Life becomes easier when we stop expecting it to be easy. This is one of the most important lessons the Stoics understood. They were not pessimists. They did not believe life was hopeless or meaningless. Instead, they believed that much of human suffering comes from unrealistic expectations. People expect life to be fair. They expect success to come quickly. They expect everyone to like them. They expect happiness to last forever. When reality fails to meet those expectations, disappointment follows. The Stoics chose a different path. They looked at life honestly. They accepted certain harsh truths that many people spend years trying to avoid. By accepting these truths, they found peace, strength, and resilience. One harsh truth is that life is not always fair. Many people grow up believing that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. Reality often proves otherwise. Good people experience loss. Honest people get betrayed. Hardworking people sometimes fail. Meanwhile, some people seem to succeed without deserving it. This reality frustrates many people because they believe life should operate according to their sense of fairness. The Stoics understood that the universe does not make special exceptions for anyone. Instead of complaining about unfairness, they focused on what they could control. They understood that while they could not control every outcome, they could control their response. Their character remained their responsibility. Another harsh truth is that you cannot control other people. Many people spend enormous amounts of energy trying to change others. They want people to think differently, act differently, treat them differently, agree with them, approve of them. But every person has their own mind, their own beliefs, and their own choices. Trying to control others often leads to frustration and disappointment. The Stoics taught that peace begins when you stop trying to manage the thoughts and actions of everyone around you. You cannot force people to respect you. You cannot force people to understand you. You cannot force people to love you. What you can do is focus on your own actions and your own character. That is where your power exists. Another truth many people struggle to accept is that suffering is part of life. Modern culture often promotes the idea that happiness means avoiding discomfort. The Stoics knew this was impossible. Pain is unavoidable. Disappointment is unavoidable. Failure is unavoidable. Loss is unavoidable. Every human being will experience these things. The goal is not to eliminate suffering. The goal is to develop the strength to endure it. The strongest people are not those who avoid hardship. They are those who learn how to face it with courage. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every difficulty becomes training. This mindset transforms suffering into something meaningful. Another harsh truth is that time is limited. Many people live as though they have endless tomorrows. They postpone important goals. They delay meaningful conversations. They waste time worrying about things that do not matter. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves that life is temporary, not to create fear, but to create urgency. When you remember that your time is limited, you begin to value it more. You become more intentional. You stop wasting energy on trivial concerns. You focus on what truly matters. Relationships become more important. Character becomes more important. Purpose becomes more important. The awareness of mortality helps you live more fully. Another difficult truth is that not everyone will like you. Many people spend their lives seeking approval. They change their behavior to please others. They hide their true opinions. They constantly worry about what people think. But no matter what you do, someone will criticize you. Someone will misunderstand you. Someone will dislike you. This is simply part of being human. The Stoics understood that seeking universal approval is a losing battle. They focused instead on living according to their values. They cared more about being respected by themselves than being liked by everyone else. This gave them freedom. The freedom to be authentic. The freedom to act with integrity. The freedom to stop chasing validation. Another harsh truth is that success does not guarantee happiness. Many people spend years pursuing money, status, recognition, or achievement, believing these things will finally bring lasting fulfillment. Then they reach their goals and discover something surprising. The happiness they expected does not last. The excitement fades. The desire for more returns. The Stoics understood that external success can never provide permanent inner peace. True happiness comes from within. It comes from character, wisdom, gratitude, self-control, purpose. External achievements can be enjoyable, but they should never become the foundation of your happiness. When your peace depends entirely on external circumstances, it becomes fragile. The Stoics built their happiness on something more stable: their mindset, their values, their ability to remain calm regardless of circumstances. Perhaps one of the harshest truths of all is that change is inevitable. Nothing stays the same forever. People change. Relationships change. Careers change. Health changes. Circumstances change. Many people suffer because they resist this reality. They want things to remain exactly as they are. They cling to the past. They fear the future. But change is one of the few guarantees in life. The Stoics embraced this truth. They understood that everything is temporary. Instead of resisting change, they learned to adapt. They appreciated what they had while they had it. They accepted that loss is part of life. They remained flexible when circumstances shifted. This adaptability gave them strength. Because while they could not stop change, they could choose how to respond to it. These truths may sound harsh at first. Life is not always fair. You cannot control other people. Suffering is unavoidable. Time is limited. Not everyone will like you. Success does not guarantee happiness. Change is inevitable. Many people spend their lives fighting these realities. The Stoics accepted them, and that acceptance made them stronger. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It does not mean becoming passive. It means seeing reality clearly. When you stop arguing with reality, you free up enormous amounts of energy. Energy that can be used to improve yourself, to grow, to learn, to build resilience, to live with greater wisdom. The Stoics believed that peace comes from aligning your expectations with reality. When you expect life to be perfect, disappointment becomes constant. When you understand the nature of life, challenges become easier to handle. You stop being shocked by difficulties. You stop being devastated by setbacks. You stop taking every obstacle personally. Instead, you begin to see challenges as part of the human experience. You recognize that every person faces struggles. Every person experiences pain. Every person encounters uncertainty. This understanding creates humility. It creates compassion. And most importantly, it creates strength. Because strength is not built by avoiding reality. Strength is built by facing reality honestly. The person who accepts these truths becomes difficult to break. They are not surprised by hardship. They are prepared for it. They are not dependent on constant approval. They trust themselves. They are not destroyed by change. They adapt. They are not crushed by failure. They learn. This is the power of Stoic wisdom. It teaches you to face life as it is, not as you wish it would be. And in doing so, it gives you something incredibly valuable. Freedom. Freedom from unrealistic expectations. Freedom from unnecessary suffering. Freedom from the need to control everything. Freedom from the fear of change. When you accept these harsh truths, life does not become easier, but you become stronger. And that strength changes everything. You begin to approach challenges with confidence. You develop resilience in difficult moments. You find peace in uncertainty. You become more grateful for the time you have. You focus on what truly matters. This is what the Stoics understood. The harsh truths of life are not meant to discourage you. They are meant to prepare you. Because once you accept reality, you stop wasting energy fighting it. And once you stop fighting reality, you can begin living wisely. If you enjoyed this video and found value in these Stoic lessons, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more exciting clips and powerful wisdom that will help you build a stronger, calmer, and more resilient mind.